Hey there folks, Renee here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV. I normally try and wait to start till I get rid of the menu because I still haven't fixed my hotkeys, but I guess I forgot this time. So in the last part, we did stuff in Falgar Float and then found out about Hawk Manor, where someone kind of went a little crazy and after having their face disfigured there. So we need to go investigate, and I am just waiting to see if we are ready and good to go. So, guess I'll get that queuing going. Of course, as soon as I go to do something else, well, I wait. It always comes up then. So I don't know whether or not this is going to be a full clear. There are some pretty major side sections to this, so if it's not, I'll go ahead and just do a bonus video running through with my little lady. So at any rate, welcome to Hawk Manor, the level 28 dungeon. Next an artifact, we're almost level 40. Hawk Manor is kind of, at least in my mind, notorious for being one of the first major jumps in difficulty in terms of dungeons. Of course, it's nowhere near as noticeable these days, but back in the day, like, there were certain pulls in here that would just absolutely wreck people. And you had to be, like, super, super careful about it. And, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just not nearly as bad anymore, but... Oh, hey! Someone else in the party wants to, do some exploring of this place. I'm like, oh, works for me, great, awesome. So anyway, we have these, and this was already done. So these are the Manor maidservants. These are going to be featured throughout, and I don't have stun, so, nope. Clan Kitty is with us and on Paladin, so that does help with some of the stunning. Paladin definitely has a bit more stuns than most other tanks. It's just a little bit annoying to use one of them from my experience. So, anyway, let us... Yeah, so we're gonna have to go into the various different side rooms and clear out all the enemies around here to be able to find us some keys, because we need keys to get through this place, because the doors are going to be locked. Let's focus on this one. Alright. Yeah, that one's almost dead. Let something else take care of it, I suppose. Alright, so there should be a maidservant wandering between these two rooms. Doesn't look to be over here. Doesn't look like there's actually anything in here. Keep thinking I have shoulder tackle, but I don't, unfortunately. Alright. Back to doing some AoE, since we do have the optimal at least three enemies going on here. That is just when it becomes better to be using them over using a single target attack. So just for now, with the pretty basic pulls, nothing really too major. We do have a tiny key to get this door open. But we need to deal with this maidservant. Now my stun had no effect, but it's okay. It died before it even mattered. Alright, we got another locked door over here. Let's go ahead and crack it open. With some enemies and a treasure chest in here. Oh, I was thinking there's three. There's only two, so let's go back to using our single targets. Yeah, there's a chest in here, but this is usually a skipped room in the grand scheme of things here. And just like that, we are level 40 with Enhanced Grease Lightning 2. So the chest didn't have too much of a note in it. Just some fine wax. Yeah, so this section right here, this is basically what nightmares were made of 7 years ago. This part just was really, really annoying because you have these maidservants down here that are wandering. This was before people really knew to properly use stun and all that. And stuns were done. And yeah, so you'd have to like pull these regular enemies back to be able to not deal with the maidservants. So you have to like one by one pull the maidservants. There is a tiny key over in this room, so getting that picked up. And then we've also got maidservant guarding the door to our first boss. But before that, there is another optional room that's typically skipped. I want to do this part. We can do it. You can do it. Let's go. Before I do it myself. Thank you. Your cooperation here is very much appreciated. So, yeah, this is another part that's typically skipped. But I am determined not to skip this stuff this time. I have a nice little semi-old school run of not skipping literally everything in this dungeon. Alright, let's crack this door open, and oh, no, there's not any enemies in here, but there is a treasure coffer with a Manor Belt of Resilience. Looks like a tank piece, specifically. However, let's go ahead and head for our first boss. So this is basically going to be a mostly upgraded version of the maidservants we have been fighting thus far. It's going to use that one particular AoE attack where if it hits you, it will go ahead and stun you. But it's also going to use this Void Fire too, which you can silence, or you can just let it go off. So you're not building the enemy's resistances, much like you gain your own resistances to this sort of stuff. Demolish this down. And, like I said, it will be using that. That's really the two major things about this particular boss is the Dark Mist and the fire too that it does. Also does this like sweeping attack occasionally, so DPS do want to try and not be in fight right by the tank. That's really just good advice in general, honestly. Alright, so it drops a green key, but we do not want to actually go forward. It's a little bit of a trap. You want to go backwards to this ivy door. I'm going to do a quick item comparison. Yeah, it has that critical hit. So I'm going to go ahead and need on that. So you can just sort of jump down here. You can skip those enemies up there. For the longest time, no one really did that. And we had fought them all, and, well, yeah. But now we're going to get more into sort of the skeleton deal of this all. Oh, it was already stunned when I went to go stun it. Alright, we're down to 2, so let's resume our singular attacks. But yeah, so you can fight those enemies up there if you really wish, or you can just go ahead and skip them. Not really much worth noting there, but we do have our good friends, the maidservants, back. But they go down fairly easily, and we're going to have a bunch of various locked doors here. You can see some treasure coffers there behind them. But we're getting more into like the groups of 3 poles. It's sort of in a way to like kind of teach you to make sure you use your area attacks and all that. And that you're using them more, you know, just they're like, hey, I bet people can handle this now. That's honestly probably the more likely answer. If I were to be honest. So over in this room, we can find 2 more tiny keys. I might actually jump back to that other room and grab that treasure chest. So I'm going to actually do that real quick with a nice little sprint. And treasure coffer get. So treasure coffer get. Thank you. Those are tank piece. Another maidservant there. And if you look over here, just some regular enemies. I don't think there's actually anything in there. So let's proceed on forward. Group of 4 here. Again, AoE is great. Use them, etc. Just makes things overall die faster, even if it doesn't feel like it, because things, like, everything kind of, like, looks like it lives longer because things aren't dying one by one, but in the grand scheme of things, things are dying faster because, well, after a while, you know, oh look, they're all weakened already. So it's like, oh, hey, yeah, look, everything's already dead. Because there's definitely times where you can, like, really just tell the difference between, say, like, getting everything and not. So back here in this corner, we've got a treasure coffer with a manor shirt. Ooh. Ooh. Actually, look at this. Huh. Okay, it's that. Got it. So we do want to make sure we have a key for this particular room, because we actually do have to go in here to pick up that yellow key. But it looks like we don't actually have to bring those enemies. However, we do want to go ahead and go into this room because there is 1 more tiny key in here. Or since there's only 2 enemies, we are just going to go ahead and use our single target attacks. So once we take these down, we can head on to the second mini-boss. Alright. So we've got the Carnation door here, which we needed that yellow key for. Crack this open, and inside we'll find not 1 but 2 enemies, the Manor Jester and the Manor Steward. We want to take out the Jester first, as noted by someone marking it there with a 1. Unfortunately, it did put some ice spikes up. Oh, I'm so slow. No, this makes me sad. Stun the steward so it's not trying to do a soul drain us and do a big attack. And I'm slow again. I'm sad. Very, very sad. I punch so slow. Slow just feels so painful on a monk, honestly. You're used to like the speed, and so you get slow is like, That's not to say it doesn't feel painful on like any job. But, like, a monk is just so obvious because you're used to going so fast. At any rate, let us defeat this, and we get a treasure coffer. However, we are going to want to, well, need those Gaskins, and agreed on that. We're going to actually want to use return to get back to the start. You can walk back, however, it is much, much easier to just use return. Oh, did I get that shirt? I didn't. Aw, I'm sad. That was actually like a really insanely good upgrade for me. So I think we can go over here before we play with the eye that's sitting there. So this section also just causes a lot of people a lot of problem, at least it did back in the day. Just because of the enemies here are honestly pains, for honest. It's like, oh my gosh, giant pains in the butt here. Let's go ahead and just AoE him down again. I think it just kind of comes down to the lack of people using area attacks, really. But let's go ahead and get this door open, which is why we needed that one last key. Otherwise, you'd have to go all the way back for it. And yeah, this room also, it's just a pain. So you got those enemies over there, and yada yada yada. But shouldn't be too bad now. Let's go ahead and... Alright, we're back down to 2 enemies, so let's just resume our using of single target skills. And we also get a treasure coffer here with it has a Tide Splitter, a Dragoon weapon. Unfortunately, we can't do anything with it yet. So, off to the last boss here. So the first thing we need to do is we need to take out this Manor Sentry. It's going to use some Gaze typed attacks, including a particular one, level 5 Death. However, because we're all level synced to 31, it won't matter very much. Well, at least I got the pants, so that's something. So eventually it's just going to become unattackable and run away and get the mistress of this place. So you remember before how I was talking about, you know, there's gonna be fights. Oh, wait. I'm gonna have to look into that one. There's gonna be fights where there will be interactable stuff. Well, this was the one I was mainly actually thinking about. Oh, that hurt. Because as the fight goes on, there's gonna be these void lamps in the corner that are gonna become interactable, and we need to use them so just it stops doing this big damaging attack throughout the arena. And it looks like yeah, alright, that one's being done, fortunately. Anyway, oh, we've got our ads starting to spawn here, so I don't know why the Bard just went and used that then. Kind of not the best place to really use it, if you were to ask me. I need to get rid of some of this damage that's happening here. Alright. But at any rate, let's go ahead and just defeat the boss. Get this done. And there we go. That is Hawk Manor. I'm so sad I didn't get that body piece. I might have to convince Flan to run through this again with me so I can get it. Because that was like... that looked like a really good upgrade, honestly. But we did get a Manor Belt of War. And... oh, man. They're not better for us. They are not better. That's a shame. One time the monk weapon actually drops. It's not better. Darn. But, yeah, that's Hawk Manor. The actual full Hawk Manor, which you almost never see anymore. Darkness has taken root within these halls, sprung from the most unlikely of seeds. One cannot help but admire the irresponsible spirit that quickened it to life. Two of them! It is a pleasure to meet you at last, adventurer. You are every bit as intriguing as our master gave us to believe. It is no ordinary mortal who can acquire one crystal light, much less 3. The crystals make you strong, and it is to that strength that the light is drawn. Hydaelyn chose well. A pity that your existence is irreconcilable with our own. We cannot well allow you to continue upon your present course. Alas, we came here not to play, but to take measure of your strength from Master La Habrea. The task now accomplished, we take our leave of you. Fare you well, bringer of light. I like how every time I'm walking off, I have this like a little dainty walk with my hands all fancy and stuff. Alright, we are back outside of Hawk Manor. It looks like we actually have a... That's a lot to deal with here. It's some death gazes. So let's go find those real quick. I think I know where they are. So it shouldn't be too bad to find. So surprised that thing didn't see me. Alright, so while we're attempting to run here and not run into any Malboros, I'm about to run a comparison. Yeah, why did it not... Why is it not equipping these? Is it because of the lower eye level? Like, the stats are literally better. Are they? No, they're worse. Okay. It's just the defense and magic defense is literally better. Alright. Still. Oh, didn't mean to hit class glamour, but I wonder if I can search through my log to find that. Here's our death gazes. I want to find the stats on that body piece. Where? Do you mind? Item comparison. Okay, yeah. So it isn't actually better. It's just... This defense. It's just, again, the defense was better. That's all it was. Okay. I don't feel too bad, but still, that's like a really nice glamour, actually. I really like this style of glamour. But you can't dye it, unfortunately. That is a shame. But, at any rate, we do need to kill 5 of these death gazes, so let's go ahead and take care of that. What the heck? No, it's just weird because of how this thing was attacking. Alright, 3 more. See, I don't feel too bad now that I didn't win. Still, living nice as a glamour. But I do know a better version of it. At any rate. So, don't feel too bad. And so I was like, just mainly surprised to see that particular glamour at this point. I'm like, wait. Because Hawk Manor is definitely one where they have reworked some of the drops in that sense. So that's why it's like, huh, this is all new to me. I'm not used to seeing this stuff. So yeah, well, when we hit level 40, and we're 41, oh my god. We got that Enhanced Grease Lightning too. That put us up to being able to have now 3 stacks, as long as we're at least level 40, of course. And, yeah, now we got 13,000 experience, and I need to get out of here. We need to go back to Gridania, so let's go ahead and do that. Alright, Ursendel, your return was sights awaited you within the manor. What has become of Lady Amandine? You must tell me all. Well, you see... So, she went so far as to consort with devils. What that it could have done more to prevent her fall, may she finally find peace in the beyond. I know not whether the masked men you encountered are the same pair that first led my lady astray, but it is plain that they are of the same vile brood. Should the chance ever present itself, promise me that you will visit upon them tenfold the woe they have brought upon others. But who am I to speak of punishment? By my silence, I not know how many innocent young women to die in unspeakable circumstances. It matters not wherefore, through misplaced loyalty, cowardice, or both, I am in a better to a gross crime, or surrender myself to the authorities, accept whatever punishment they deem just. Only pray that the gods will have mercy on my soul. And pray return to the Waking Sands. Hi, Minfilia, I'm back. There's more. Welcome back, Arya. Full glad to see you safely return. Tell me, how fared your sojourn in Twelveswood? There's more Ascians. Two of Lohebria's minions, and they sought to measure your strength by their own admission? The devils taunt us. It is beyond doubt, then. The Ascians have begun to move in earnest. Would that we knew to what end. Yet I will not bemoan our plight. Thanks to your tireless efforts, we are at least aware of the encroaching darkness. Alas, we can only do so much. It is clear to me now that we Scions are too few to protect the realm against this threat unaided. We must needs alert the three nations to the presence of the elusive enemy and recommend that they heighten their vigil. Oh my goodness, my throat. There's no shortage of misery in the world that the Ascians might exploit. We have an arduous struggle ahead of us. Yet come what may, we must not allow ourselves to become lost to hope, for that is precisely what the enemy desires. Well, we have gleaned all we have gleaned all we can from the information available to us. Let's set this investigation aside for the present. Another matter has arisen that requires your attention. Let me know when you're ready to be briefed, and I'll summon the others. Okay. Skeletons. Wrath of the Titan. Man, they like totally just completely skip level 29 quests. What the heck? 28 to 30. Literally.
The Maelstrom requests our assistance.
Concerning the kobolds they sent such copious notes on, I presume?
Yes. And no. It has more to do with their findings, which portend a peril far greater than any beast tribe.
What sort of peril?
The worst kind. A tribe of kobolds in the vicinity of Limsa Lominsa has reawakened Titan. Our task will be to slay the Primal. The Maelstrom have sworn support for the endeavor. They are no strangers to the havoc kobolds can wreak.
Years before the Grand Company's reformation, two primals, Leviathan and Titan, chanced to converge upon the sea wall, wreaking untold devastation. There, by the grace of the Navigator, were the mercenaries Merlwyb hired able to fend them off. Yet it did not take long for the beast tribes to regroup, and they summoned their primals once more.
Thankfully, their second coming was decidedly short-lived, but that is beside the point. So long as tormented souls will them to exist, the realm will never be rid of primals.
The Maelstrom has kept a watchful eye upon the beast tribes, and the kobolds in particular, ever since. Which brings us to the matter at hand.
Unlike Ifrit, we know scarcely anything of Titan. Unfortunately, the only force known to have bested him The modestly named Company of Heroes disbanded 5 years since, and mercenaries are not in the habit of keeping chronicles.
Expect the worst. The Maelstrom's help is of course appreciated, but even if we had their whole armada at our disposal, we could still find ourselves overmatched. A pity the kobolds lack the gentle sensibilities of the sylphs. A peaceful resolution would be more than welcome. The Echo will not avail you this time, I fear. If you are to survive, your steel must needs speak for you. No one would think you a coward were you to decline.
What's the worst that can
So you will
happen?
accept? Thank you.
We can't very well send her to Limsa Lominsa without Y'shtola. Can we, Minfilia?
May I ask that of you, Y'shtola?
I never thought it in question.
Ever reliable. Very well. We will spare no effort to win victory. You may count on the full support of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and all not afield will aid the fight from afar. Thancred, Ida, go to the Grand Companies, tell them of our plight and solicit their support. Urianger, send word to the students of Baldessian, and Alphino if you would. Papalimo, compile all the information we have on Titan, little though it may be. You will be apprised of the tactical situation when you reach the Sailor's Ward. Provision yourself for the journey. May you walk in the light of the crystal.
Oh boy. Alright, we need to head over to Limsa Lominsa. Specifically where their Grand Company is. Hello. I'm here about a Titan kind of trouble. Hail, adventurer. Excuse me, welcome to the Maelstrom Command. If you wish to know more about enlisting, please speak with the personnel officer. Unless you are the guest we were told to expect. Forgive me, madam. To business then, it is as we told the antecedent. The kobolds have once again summoned Titan. A little over a moon ago, we began to observe the beastmen moving south in increasing numbers from Ogomoro. Scouts subsequently confirmed the object of their aggression. Crystals, fodder for their fellow primal. Thank you, High Commander. You may leave the rest to me. For the spread of your accomplishments, Arya. On behalf of Limsa Lominsa, I thank you for heeding our call. Forgive the lack of forewarning, High Commander. The Admiral wished to address Arya personally. We are no stranger to the conflict. Long have the Sahagin and kobolds plagued our people, nor is this the first time we have had to address the primal threat. In the past, when Titan Rosa threatened the peace, it was to the Company of Heroes we turned. But they are long disbanded, and we must look to other brave souls blessed with the strength to face this foe. So it is that we turn now to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, confident in the belief that you are Limsa's best hope. I hope you are right, but the situation is far from simple. The kobolds are not prone to unprovoked aggression. Did not the last rookie make a pact with the beastmen that each would keep to their own lands and that no blood would be shed? And was it not the Lominsan who violated the agreement, dissatisfied with their lot? Shall we then condemn the beastmen for defending their homes? Even a pirate must one day reap what she has sown. I would advise you to choose your words with great care, Lady Y'shtola. Stand down, High Commander. She has the right of it. And the wrong is mine. Freely do I claim it. Yet it makes little difference. Remorse will not shield us from Titan's wrath. Or would you have us fall upon our swords? My apologies, Admiral. The safety and security of Lymsa Lominsa's citizenry are, of course, a paramount concern. Already, we have observed disruptions in the flow of aether further inland. The effects will be felt here in the city ere long. I ask much of you, but I know the need is great. Can I count on your help, Arya? Sure. You have my thanks, along with the full support of the Maelstrom. I await good tidings. That the Kobolds should summon Titan demonstrates they are no longer amenable to negotiation. This being the case, we must needs prepare for conflict. Before we meet Titan in the field, however, it would be wise to learn all we can of our foe. I can think of no better source of information than the mercenaries who defeated him once before. The company of heroes may be no more, but several of its former members still live. It is said that one of them is employed at the Grey Fleet Mills in Lower Lunacia. Quite why a mercenary should choose to become a miller, I do not know. When you find him, mayhap you could ask him for me. I, meanwhile, shall seek his fellows. Alright. We need to head for Lower Lunacia, specifically the area around the mist. So let's go ahead and... It's our best course of action. Honestly, I'm thinking Costa del Sol is the best. But... I'll just go this way. Lower Lunacia. Oh yeah, by the way, there's another event going on. In case you were wondering. Hence the fireworks being back. Wait a minute. I need Fates here. Equip. Let's join in this fate. Even if it's level 5. And I cannot find the enemies very well because they're all like dying in literally 2 hits. Okay, why did the music take forever to come up there? That was strange. Anyway, we got a yokai medal. Not quite what I was hoping for, but pretty sure we need them here. Well, we're close enough to our destination, so you might remember this area. We were doing some quests here when we came to Moraby Dry Docks for other purposes. Of course, we hadn't gone there for other purposes. We'd be doing the side quests now. Of course. Anyway, I want to head into this particular building, and inside we will find Tractome. Lay down your burden, son. Come drain a pint with me. We'll have a grand old time. Find you last or 3. You're gonna say something, Venture? Just keep staring. You wanna know about the company of heroes? Ah, hell's price of blood and fame. Can't miller in peace no more. Still, seeing as you've come all this way, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to oblige you. Consider yourself lucky, lass. Old Tractome of the company's best axeman. Now, what was it you wanted to know? I want Tales from the Tidus Slayer. Wait, Tidus? Hold on a second. That ain't right. This ain't FF10. Yes, I know, Tidus, etc. It's Tidus, dang it. So you want to hear about the tale about how the company of heroes bested the Primal, do you? Let me guess, you mean that bastard Tidus, eh? Oh, if only you'd been there to see it. 'Twas a mighty struggle, like the legends of old. Me and the boys fought him for 3 days and nights, we did. The ground trembled with every step Tidus took, and when he hit you, girl, felt like a cannonball to the gut. Ugh, just like that. Hey, what's that look for? I'm a goddamn hero I'll have, you know. The people around here sing me praises. Don't tell me you only care about learning the secret tactics we used to beat old Tidus. Yes. Well, too bad, because now I'm not feeling charitable. If you're so damn desperate, then why don't you do me a favor and kill those rats that have made a nest by the windmill just south here? Aye, do that, then we'll talk. But when can I hear the secrets about Titan? I don't care about killing Tidus. I don't want to kill Titan. Not Tidus. Tidus isn't even in this game. I mean, sure, you could buy his outfit, but he's not even in this game. Let's deal with these rats. Hello. So yeah, I am currently in the process of ignoring the level 40 monk quest for the time being. I want to, you know, put it off for a little while so I'm not getting more experience. And because we're actually in a decent bit of the story, we know maybe, let's go to Rat King, maybe we're not going to spend like 2-3 videos getting between dungeons. That would be nice. Alright, let's find out about how you killed Tidus. Because it's not Teton, it's Titan, so it's Tidus. See? So the beasts are dead, are they? Nice work, Venturer. Save me the hassle. Oh, never mind. Hungry Gobu. What? He's still asking me how we beat Tidus. I don't know, Venture. It's a pretty risky strategy, the kind only a veteran of 10-score battles can rely upon. I want to teach you, I truly do. But unless you prove you have what it takes to face that fat bastard, I can't in good conscience tell you a damn thing. At the very least, you need to be capable of saying, a Gobu? Come to think of it, that ain't a bad idea. Them creatures have a taste for the flour mill here, so you ought to have no trouble finding one in the vicinity. Of course, I ain't asking you to cut one down quick as a skilled axeman like myself. Any road? Why don't you try heading due west and stand in lookout in case a Gobu comes calling? Say it, and I might consider telling you more about old Tidus. Tidus. Oh, there seems to be a bunch of destroyed barrels and no return cart here, so maybe. I do believe we are. Next quest is gonna get us to 41. Alright. Hello, Gobu Farmer. I am here to kill you. Just stop sneezing on me. What the heck? Did not ask for this. Really didn't. Alright. Now, can I learn how you beat Tidus? And then maybe Titan? You again? And that Gobu that was harassing the Millers is dead? Didn't think you had it in you, Venture. Still, took forever and a day to get the job done. Still not sure if I had to tell you our secrets. Oi! You! Gosh dang it! Do we seriously need this runaround? The Lominson way. Swear. So as I was saying, I still don't know if you've got a tick to face Tidus. Maybe if you slew a... Tractome, you in here drinking again? If you are, that Gobu had better be dead. Oh, it's dead, Chief. You have me word on that. Cleo the Beast going too with me. Trusty axe, I did. Is that a fact? And what will your friend here say if I ask her? She'll vouch for me, of course. Ain't that right, friend? Tell me, was it true Tractome slew the Gobu, or was it you? Chief, what are you saying? It's me, Tractome, the finest axeman ever served in the company of heroes, the legendary mercenaries who slew that bastard Tidus. Tidus? Who in the seven hells is Tidus? Some probably you fought in a sodden dream. The company of heroes slew Titan, you bloody halfway. Well, see, Tidus was what me and the lads used to call him. That's the biggest load of Sahagin shite I've ever heard. Both of you outside will learn the truth the Lominson way. Tractome, if you didn't slay that Gobu, you may consider your contract revoked. You got yourself into this one. Sorry. Alright. Looks like we have a solo instance. Level 34. Level sync. Alright. Alright, you know the rules. First one to smash the pillar would be Judge the Gobu Slayer. And don't even think about trying to kill me. That's cheating. Who picked these boulders? They're nothing alike. Ah, hells with it. Let the contest begin. Oh, and we can hit him. So it looks like these are no positional, so maybe. Ah. Hey buddy, you aren't doing so well, bugger. Wait, did you just paralyze me, buddy? How you doing, lass? Feeling a bit stiff by any chance? Heh, once only killing's against the rules. You're so out of bugger me. Just lucky I've got one of these. Um, 15 seconds to self-destruct. 10 seconds to self-destruct. 5 seconds to self-destruct. Alright, I admit it. I lied about being a company of Varus, but I'm begging you, Chief, please don't dismiss me. I've learned my lesson. Honest, I have. Save your blood, pouring track home. Gods, I should have known. Mercy, please. I didn't want to save you. I swear. It's just that I kept getting turned away by all the folk. I asked for work and I panicked. See, the last job I had was at Costa del Sol, and there was this grizzled marauder everyone treats like royalty. Whenever he was a captain of Company of Heroes, I finally understood why. I wasn't being serious when I was one of them, but you wouldn't believe me, so Look, his name is Weisgate, okay? Weisgate. He'll tell you how to defeat Titus, or whatever the hell that thing's name is. The only thing you wanted, that's the what you wanted, ain't it? So come on then, tell the chief to forgive me. It's only fair. All I have to say is... Alright, so we need to make our way to Costa del Sol. Of course, we've already been there. So... let's just teleport there. Alright, and of course we've got some stuff to do here, but more importantly, let's go ahead and go speak with Weisgate. Can I ask you about Titan? Pardon? You wish to slay the Lord of Crags. We must slay him, Captain. The people of Limsa Lominsa are depending upon us. You fancy yourselves heroes then, just like in the tales? Be not so quick to judge. Long have I labored for the well-being of you and yours, and my such years bathed in Ifrit's hellfire and lived. She is blessed with the power that protects her from primal influence, and thus was she able to lay low the Lord of the Inferno. We know full well the risk, and have taken every possible precaution. We lack only the knowledge of how to enter Titan's lair. Pray be so good and to grant us the boon of your wisdom, and we shall be on our way. Women who can't be tempered, useful, but will not be enough. It is true that the Company of Heroes fought and fell primals, but each victory was bought with the lifeblood of brave men and women. And Titan was the worst we faced. We defeated him in the end, but he took from us some of our very best. Even if you possess the power you claim, I have no reason to believe you will succeed. Believe what you will, we mean to try. Though our lives be forfeit, we will not abandon Limsa to the wrath of Titan. You are passionate, I'll grant you that. And you deserve better than the greeting I gave you, though I will not send you into Ogumura on a whim. To be plain, I do not wish to see you give your lives in vain. At the very least, I must have assurances that you are more than common adventurers. I oversee security for Master Gigi Rouge's estate. Perhaps you can demonstrate your abilities by attending one of our... You gods, man! Have you heard nothing I have said? We have not the time to perform trivial tasks. The enemy is at the gates. Do you imagine words can sway me, girl? If you dislike my conditions, you are welcome to find your own way into Ogomaru. Though it pains me to admit it, we have no choice but to acquiesce to the man's demands. Yet much remains to be done if we are the best Titan. Forgive me, but I must ask you to undertake this task alone. I will use the time to see to the remaining preparations. Leaving the dirty work to others, are we? Very well. Pray do whatever the good captain bids, however trifling. Remember, the fate of Limsa Lominsa hangs in the balance. No pressure, right? No pressure. Alright. What do you got? Nix that. Master Gigi Rouge's request can be more demanding than you realize. Before I set you to your true task, I'd like to verify that this won't be a waste of my time. And Nix has recently been seen prowling the beach to the east. As you can imagine, my master does not want large, slimy creatures anywhere near his lands. The beast is cunning, but you should have no difficulty luring it out with herring. Play the Nix and return to me. Oh, and don't forget to bring me a leg as proof of the kill. Ay, 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 ay. Well, I think we will go ahead and do that next time. And also pick up the Costa Beach Party and also the Leaves quest. Literally the Leaves quest. Oh, I know what that one is. Alright, so, yeah, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing if you really enjoyed it. Consider supporting the channel. All support really helps to keep being content like this. You can find the links for that in the description, along with links to me on social media. So, thank you again for watching, and until next time, this is Rhythm T, signing out.